Hey everyone! Today we're going on a bit of an adventure. Think of it like a climb. We're going to figure out exactly what your English level is, journeying all the way from A1 up to C2 so you can pinpoint exactly where you're at right now.
It seems like a simple question, right? But honestly, the answer is so important. Because once you understand your current level, that's when you can really start making a plan. It's the first step to figuring out what to learn next, how to get where you want to be. It's all about learning smarter, not just harder.
All right, so here's our plan for the day, our trail map, if you will. We'll start by charting that map. Then we'll hit the base camp for beginner levels, move on to the climb for intermediate, and finally, the summit for advanced. After all that, we'll talk about your next step.
Okay, so every good journey needs a map, and ours is called the Common European Framework of Reference. That's a mouthful, I know, so we just call it the CEFR for short. It's basically a standard that's recognized all over the world, and it breaks down language ability into 6 clear levels. It gives us a really nice, clear path to follow.
So this whole ascent is broken down into 3 main stages. First up, you've got the A levels. That's A1 and A2. Think of that as our beginner base camp. Then, we move up to the B levels, B1 and B2, which is the real intermediate climb. And finally, we'll reach the C levels, C1 and C2, which is like the advanced summit. C2 is, well, it's pretty much a near-native level of skill. It's the peak.
All right, let's get started. We're beginning our climb right here at base camp with the A1 and A2 challenges. These are all about testing the absolute foundations of your English. Ready? Let's see how you do.
Okay, first up, our A1 challenge. I have 2 blank and 1 brother. So how would you fill in that blank? Take a second. Got it? The answer is sisters. At the A1 level, it's all about those fundamentals, like knowing basic plurals. Since the sentence says 2, well, you need the plural form sisters. Simple as that.
Moving on up to A2. Here's the challenge. My mom is da-da-da, then my dad. So, which word do you think fits best here? The answer is taller. This is a classic A2 skill, making comparisons. That little word than is your biggest clue. It tells you that you need a comparative word, and in this case, that's taller.
Okay, we're leaving base camp behind. The climb is about to get a little bit steeper now as we hit the intermediate levels. This is where grammar and sentence structure start getting more complex, a little more nuanced. Let's dive in.
So at the B1 level, we start tackling things like reported speech. Let's say your friend tells you, I have to work tomorrow. Now, if you want to tell someone else what your friend said, you'd say, he said he had to work the following day. See what happened there? The key B1 skill is knowing how to make those shifts. Have changes to had, and tomorrow changes to the following day. It's a big step up.
All right, pushing on to B2, here we're looking at something called relative clauses. Let's break it down. The main part of our sentence is, the man started a farm. Simple enough. But that bit in the middle, who moved to the country 3 years ago, that's the relative clause. It's like a little packet of extra information about the man. And trust me, getting comfortable with these is a total game changer at the B2 level. It lets you build much richer, more descriptive sentences.
Wow, we've made it. This is the final ascent. We're at the summit. These C-level questions, they're tough. They're designed to test the kind of precision and nuance that really separates a good speaker from a truly advanced one. This is the big league.
Okay, check out this C1 challenge. Picture this. Alejandro was supposed to get some important info about changes, but nobody told him. What's the best way to say that? The most precise way is, Alejandro should have been informed of these changes. That structure lets you talk about something in the past that was supposed to happen but didn't. It's a subtle but powerful tool, and it's a huge sign of advanced skill.
And here we are, the absolute peak, C2. This level is all about vocabulary precision. Look at this sentence. His lack of blank contrasted sharply with his brother's composure. The perfect word here is charisma. You see, at the C2 level, it's not just about having a big vocabulary. It's about picking the exact right word for the exact right moment. It's a whole other level of mastery.
And listen, I have to tell you something about the C2 level. It's incredibly high. I mean, here's a crazy fact. A lot of native English speakers would probably struggle to pass a C2 exam. No joke. Reaching this level means you have a truly masterful command of the language. So please, don't feel discouraged if it seems miles away. It's a huge achievement for anyone. And we did it. We've completed the ascent. So now it's time to stop, take a look around at the amazing view, and figure out what this all means for you. Based on the highest level where you felt pretty confident, let's talk about what your next steps could look like. So, this little table is basically a quick guide for you. If you ace those A1, A2 questions, your main focus should be on building that core vocabulary and practicing simple, everyday phrases. Things like flashcards and basic dialogues are your best friends right now. Now, if you felt more at home in the B1, B2 range, your next move is to start really tackling more complex sentences. A great way to do this is to dive into more English media, maybe read some articles, listen to podcasts, and really practice connecting your own ideas when you speak and write. And for those of you who are right there with us at the C1, C2 Summit, well, for you, it's all about refinement. It's about focusing on the tiny details, the nuance, the idiomatic expressions, and that super precise vocabulary we saw in the final challenge.
So at the end of the day, here's what I want you to remember. Knowing your level, it's not a final grade. It's not a score. It's a starting point. It's just a dot on the map that says, you are here. And really, the most exciting part, the most exciting question, is the one you get to answer now. Where are you going to explore next?